Oh, Kelsey's calling. She said, film me on speakerphone. You will want to put this in your video. I instantly feel sick to my stomach. So what is it? Is it gonna make me like really upset?
Probably. I never f***ing complain, Kris, but I am absolutely disgusted.
Whew. Hey guys, it's me, Kris Star. Welcome back to my channel. The entire world is in a crisis and we need to come together as human beings of this earth and work together and not spread negativity and fight with one another. What I've found is that there's people that are saying one thing and then there's an entirely separate group of people that are saying the opposite. I do believe there's a lot of misinformation out there about this virus, and I believe that we don't even fully understand the capability of this virus. The fact that the entire world is shutting down is just really bizarre to me. There's people that claim this is just a virus, and there's people that are saying the media is blowing this up. My personal feeling is that there's something much bigger going on behind the scenes, because if this is not that serious, then why are they shutting down essentially everything around the world? It seems like every country has now been affected by it. Every state in the US has new cases of the virus on the daily. My state is talking about a possible lockdown within the next 48 hours. San Francisco is already told to shelter in place. So if this is not that serious, then there's something else that's pretty serious going on behind the scenes. I'm going to share a bunch of thoughts and theories. This video was supposed to be a conspiracy theory video, but after the phone call I just received, I'm going to be changing it up a little bit because this is so disturbing and I can't let this go. So we're going to be talking about some conspiracy theories, of course, the phone call that I just received, and I'm going to be sprinkling in some TikTok stories, things that I found on TikTok that are really crazy and disturbing. These are just opinions and theories. Please kindly move on if you don't agree. Please don't leave any negative comments. This is strictly opinion based. I don't know how many times I have to say that. Strictly opinion based. Strictly opinion based. So let's get into this video, guys. I got my coffee. I got all my notes on my computer right here. Make sure you stick around all the way until the end so you can hear the craziest theory that I found on TikTok or the internet. So there's a guy in TikTok named Jordan Tuali, could be saying that wrong, so sorry. Apparently he was paid to travel to Wuhan in November to promote it as a destination spot. I just think it's really bizarre that they would be sending people there, paying people to promote the city of Wuhan, especially with the controversy around Wuhan just a month later.
Am I saying that I'm really good at my job? Well, no, but coincidence? I think not.
Let me know what you guys think about that, but this is something that I found on TikTok that I needed to share with you guys. So there's also a girl named Eden Von Weiss on TikTok. She was in Canada and she was trying to fly somewhere. She was sitting down just eating her food, as she states in her TikTok. This man walked up to her and asked if she would like to know the secret of what's going on in Hong Kong. So she said yes, not really thinking much of it. And the guy proceeded to loogie in her eyeball.
I just got into Vancouver and thought I was going to be healthy for the first time in my life. So I got a salad, and as I'm just sitting down, enjoying this watery, tasteless meal, this man comes up beside me and taps me on the shoulder and says, "Do you want to know the secret of what's going on in Hong Kong right now?" So I look at him because I want to know the secret, and he spits directly into my eyeball. Not on my face, not by my eye, in the cornea of my eyeball. So I just sit there and I stare at him as I'm doing like this to try and get his saliva out of my freaking eyeball, and said, "No, sir, I don't," because I didn't want to know the secret anymore. And I have a feeling the secret was that he just gave me the coronavirus.
She was so upset by this, and rightfully so. It just kind of seems that people are purposely trying to infect other people. Now, I'm not saying that this guy was infected with the virus, but it's very odd that he would be doing this with what's going on in the world. She did go and get tested, and I believe she tested negative. It was a really big concern, and she had a lot of anxiety about it for the length of time of waiting for her test results to come back. Now that ties into the conspiracy theory about how there are people purposely trying to infect other people for some weird reason or another. Maybe they are part of the population control group. I don't know. Maybe they were paid by the elites to spread the virus. I don't know. These are just thoughts that are popping up into my head as I read through some of these conspiracy theories here. There were men back in January, I believe, don't quote me on the exact month, but they were caught leaving the quarantine area and coughing all over the surfaces in the hospital. Now, they were caught on video and I believe they were apprehended or arrested. I'm gonna try to find that video, but it's really odd because there's a lot of videos that surface that are no longer on the internet, and I will get into a little bit more of that. So make sure that you guys are not clicking off this video because I still have so much more to talk about here. Kelsey's boyfriend was saying that there is a strain that makes people almost zombie-like. Apparently, one of the strains can eat at your brain stems. It's making people really aggressive, and people are having something called cytokine storms. So at this point, you guys have definitely heard about the shortage of tests and that people that are symptomatic are not able to get tested. There is a theory that these celebrities and these powerful elites and other public figures are having access to these tests because they have money. Some of these celebrities are actually claiming that they didn't have any symptoms at all or very mild symptoms. So I do find that a bit weird that they were able to get a test before many of the other Americans or people around the world that are in fact symptomatic. These are just a few of the celebrities that have tested positive for the coronavirus. But now on the other hand, there are people that are not believing that these celebrities and public figures are actually sick with the coronavirus. Some people actually believe that the government is paying off these celebrities and public figures to claim that they have the virus so that people will start taking the situation much more seriously and to cause mass hysteria, to make this into a much bigger deal so that they can hide what's really happening behind the scenes, and that they are being used to make people believe that the coronavirus is a really big deal when it's not. I definitely think that's something to note. Now this one is pretty juicy. It does involve Bill Gates. You may have heard of it. Bill Gates did a TED Talk back in 2015 where he warned that in the next few decades, it will not be war that kills millions of people. I believe he said 10 million people, but it will be a virus. It will not be missiles, but it'll be microbes. Now there was a TikTok that surfaced not too long ago that painted Bill Gates to be a hero and that he predicted the coronavirus pandemic. But there's actually a theory that Bill Gates has a very big involvement in the coronavirus and that he has been funding the people that own the patent for the vaccine. People think that his involvement has much to do with money, of course, and that him and his family are trying to profit off the sale of the vaccine.
Yo, so with the coronavirus going around and everything, I just want to let you know, a very smart person tried to warn us all 4 years ago, okay? Listen to this and try and tell me that Bill Gates didn't know exactly what the heck he was talking about.
If anything kills over 10 million people in the next few decades, it's most likely to be a highly infectious virus rather than a war. We're not ready for the next epidemic. So next time we might not be so lucky. You can have a virus where people feel well enough while they're infectious that they get on a plane or they go to a market.
I'm not really too sure where I stand on whether or not he has some sort of involvement, but I do believe that the wealthy have something to do with some of the catastrophic things that have happened in this world. I'm not sure, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this. This one's crazy. So I'm not surprised by this one at all, but people believe that the coronavirus has been in the US since November. There are nurses and doctors coming forward about their experiences this past flu season, and I was reading a bunch of tweets just the other night with testimony from doctors and nurses. Somebody tweeted, "This isn't a conspiracy tweet, but I really think COVID-19 has been here in America for a while. Do you guys remember how sick everyone was during the holidays / early January? And how everyone was saying they had the flu and the flu shot didn't work." So my niece got really sick right around Christmas time. She was sick for a few weeks. She was in and out of the hospital. She had a crazy cough that she could not get rid of, and she had gotten the flu shot, but she still had gotten the flu or whatever it was. She was sick for a really long time and she had a lot of respiratory issues. A lot of other people I know, and even some of you guys, have come to me to tell me that you had pneumonia-like symptoms months ago but had tested negative for the flu, but you knew that you were really sick. These are just some of the tweets from the doctors and nurses. Most people did have flu-like symptoms combined with respiratory infections. Also, I remember a lot of healthcare workers, both here and on Facebook, posting about how awful RSV was this year and how there were a lot more respiratory cases than in the past years. Somebody responded and said, "Nope, you're onto something. I'm an ICU nurse and we've had a ton of patients who have positive chest x-rays with pneumonia, a dry cough, and their viral respiratory panel was negative," meaning no flu but something else we didn't test for was causing it. My sister traveled internationally in January, came back and got very sick, tested negative for the flu, and a week later got pneumonia. Our whole family now thinks she probably had COVID-19. Then I found this post on Facebook. So this one you may have heard of. There was the conspiracy with the Lysol and Clorox cleaning products. Clorox and Lysol claim that their products kill the virus, the coronavirus. I did check some of my cleaning products. I do have Lysol and Clorox. You know what's weird? You know what's like really weird? The fact that not all of these prevents human coronavirus.
Herpes. Human coronavirus?
So why do some of them have it and some of them don't? Now I know that there were previous strains of coronavirus and that this is a new strain, but I just feel like it was very rare and it didn't really pop up in the US. So the fact that this is on Clorox and Lysol is just a little weird to me. I've never heard of the coronavirus before this, and again, I know the coronavirus has been around and this is a new strain. I'm just like emphasizing again, people want facts and they twist your words and they create their own narratives. Again, guys, I'm quite aware. Trust me, I know. I just find it very bizarre that coronavirus is written out very clearly as like the third or fourth thing that Lysol and Clorox helps prevent. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that one. So this one is especially creepy because it involves human population control and killing off the masses. I've always been a believer that human population is in effect, that these big powerful people are making it happen. If we just take a look at this past year, it's been pretty catastrophic. There's a lot of conspiracies around the wildfires and the hurricanes and the earthquakes. So if we take that all into account and now we have this new pandemic, it just really seems like something bigger is going on here. And again, this is just my opinion, and human population control is just a theory. Although I did find an article, and I will definitely include here for you guys, that says that the world elites are considering human population control. They did not discuss in which aspects, but they did say that they do believe in it and that they do want to put that into effect. This is also pretty creepy, and I can't find any sources on the internet anymore. I can't even find the videos. Some of you guys may have even seen these videos, but back in January when the outbreak started in Wuhan, there were people that worked in the morgues that were coming forward and claiming that not all of the people were in fact dead, and they did see some bodies still moving before they were cremated. I'm not sure how much truth is behind that, and I can't even find these articles anymore where these people were talking about that. There were also videos of people being violently taken from their homes if authorities found out that they had the coronavirus, and they were being placed into these little metal boxes on the backs of trucks. They were splitting up families. It was very traumatic. And then there's the theory that the scientist in Wuhan created the virus and was testing it on mice. He himself contracted it, passed it on to people he was close to, and that's how the outbreak started. But China is blaming the US and the US is blaming China. Could this be a biological warfare? Could this be a war tactic? Could this be World War III? We don't know. And honestly, guys, I don't think we're ever going to know the full truth on that. I'm not believing anything definitively because of the mix of information that has been coming forward in the different claims. Oh, Kelsey's calling. She said, film me on speakerphone. You will want to put this in your video. I am so disgusted. I instantly feel sick to my stomach. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. So what is it? Is it going to make me like really upset? Because I'm having really bad anxiety about it.
Probably.
Does it involve animals?
No.
Okay, thank God.
It's just something that happened to me.
Oh, something that happened to you?
Yeah, just now. Like, I'm absolutely disgusted.
Where are you?
You know me, I never complain, Kris, but I am absolutely disgusted.
Where are you?
So, I just got back from the store, and I went to Starbucks to get breakfast, because, like, the store didn't have anything for breakfast, like, no bagels or anything, so I was like, okay, well, I'll just go to the drive-thru Starbucks. Like, I always go there, and I love this Starbucks, you know? And I got my Java chip without whipped cream. I, like, did a TikTok on it explaining everything, and I, like, Kris, I'm, like, so grossed out.
What?
The lady making my Java chip, I'm about to start crying, so I'm really, like, disturbed. Like, what if this happens everywhere? So the lady making my Java chip, I asked for it without whipped cream as usual, right?
Right.
And so she was making it. I saw her, like, through the window. She was, like, behind the lady taking my card. And she put whipped cream on it on accident, you know, no big deal. And, like, I'm about to puke. She literally scooped out the whipped cream bare hands, no gloves, bare f***ing hands, Kris. Scooped out the whipped cream.
Did you say anything to her?
Yes, she put it in the trash, put the lid on, and gave it to me. And I took it or whatever, and then when the lady taking my card came, I was like, can I please get a new one? She literally just put her fingers in my drink and gave it to me, like, no big deal. Store, like, you're not allowed to go inside, it's drive-thru only. And she f***ing does that.
They're shutting everything down, and the drive-thru is open.
Everything's shut down here. Like, Starbucks drive-thru is only open, you know?
See, that's what I don't understand. Like, fast food places are still open, or drive-thru places, but what if somebody has a virus, or they're not practicing safe hygiene?
Well,
like this lady?
Like, that's
like,
insane. Disgusting that just happened to me. Like, I am so disgusted. I love Starbucks. Like, I don't... Like, I always
You would trust them too. Like, I would trust Starbucks.
I trust Starbucks. I went because I trusted them. And I saw that happen, and the lady just, like, didn't even care. Like, she was just like, oh, whatever. Took my drink and, like, handed it to the lady that was making the drink. Didn't even say anything. Didn't even apologize or anything.
I feel like that needs to be reported.
Yeah, like, I'm so disgusted.
I think you need to call, like, corporate Starbucks and tell them, because we are in a national pandemic. I don't know, when I went to Dunkin' Donuts yesterday, you couldn't even touch the straws. You're not allowed to be seated in the seating area. There were multiple workers. They all were changing their gloves and wiping the counters down every second I was in there. Did you get anything at the food store? I'm guessing Drew didn't really stock up.
So Drew says, he's all, oh, I got us stuff. Like, we'll be fine. I'm like, oh, what'd you get? He's like, oh, I got a bunch of cans of food. I was like, okay, well, maybe you got me something good, you know? And I come home, there's like 5 cans of Chef Boyardee spaghetti and meatball. I don't even like meatballs. There's like 5 things of canned baked beans. I don't even like
Ew, why would you just get baked beans?
I think there's like a couple cans of corn too, and I only like corn on the cob.
So that's all you have in your house. It's just Chef Boyardee baked beans and canned corn. We're gonna call Starbucks because this is unacceptable.
Thank you for calling.
Oh my God, I've had better hair days. I know that's not the most important thing.
Well, to hear more about our steps and actions regarding COVID-19, press pound now.
No, I want to report your steps and actions
If you
regarding
would like to chat with us
COVID-19.
on...
Thank you for calling Starbucks. My name is Nancy, and how may I help you today?
Hi, I just have to report an incident at a Starbucks drive-thru that I just went to.
Would you like me to, this is a complaint that you have against one of our locations?
Sure. I mean, it's like a sanitary issue and it's really important, you know, considering what's going on right now.
Okay. I just want to ask, would you like me to gather some information, or do you want me to send it over anonymously?
No, you can gather some information. That's fine.
Could I just get a first and last name, please?
Yeah, it's Kelsey Davies.
S-I. Last name Davies?
Yeah, Davies.
Okay, and your zip code there, Kelsey?
92627.
And what is the location where the store is? Could you let me know the street and the city?
Yeah, I have the address. It's 450 East.
450 East.
17th Street.
17th Street. And the city?
Costa Mesa.
All right, and go ahead and let me know what's happening there.
So I pulled up to the drive-thru to order a Frappuccino, and I asked for no whipped cream specifically. I don't like whipped cream. So I see that she had put whipped cream on it, so I just kindly asked her to either take it off or, you know, make me a new one. She, in front of me, takes her bare hands and scoops the whipped cream out of my drink.
Wow, okay. Her
So,
bare hands.
yeah, she scooped the whipped cream out with her bare hands, puts the lid on, hands it to me. I wait for another employee to come back over who had my credit card, my debit card, and I asked for a new one. And when I had told this employee what had happened, they didn't even flinch. Like, there was no reaction from them. They did not give a crap that this had just happened. There wasn't even an apology. So it just concerns me that this employee at Starbucks is contaminating things with their hands while this, you know, pandemic is going on. What if they're not practicing safe hygiene? What if the, you know, the blenders and other things that they're touching, she's just, you know, using her bare hands? It's really scary, and I can't believe she even did it in front of me. But it was just such an awful experience that I needed to call in, because what if she does it again?
I'm so glad you called. Let me go ahead and get the store number pulled up so I can get this out to management. And this happened just today?
Yeah, just a little while ago.
Bear with me while I go ahead and get this out to the store, the management team there, so they are aware. And you've never seen them do anything like this in the past, I'm hoping.
No, I haven't. So I'm just really surprised, especially with what's going on, that she would take her bare hands, dip it into my drink, and then hand it to me. I've never seen anything like that, so.
All right, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to call us and let us know this, because we do take these things seriously. So I just got that concern over to the store manager so they can address it there. And is there anything else I can help you with right now, Miss Davies?
No, that's it.
Okay, well, again, thank you so much for calling. We do appreciate it, and I hope you have a great rest of the day.
Thank you.
Take care.
You too. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Sorry guys, my camera died. I can't even fathom that there are workers at Starbucks that are not taking the proper precautions. They're not practicing safe hygiene. This is mind-blowing, and some of you might say, stay in your house, don't go out, but fast food and drive-thrus are still open, and if people want to go and get food, they should feel safe doing so. The food at your food store is also being touched by many hands, especially the produce, so I don't really think it's 100% safe anywhere you go. So you could criticize people for going to a drive-thru, but these places are staying open, and they are supposed to be some of the cleanest places, so we're told and so we're promised, and we put our trust into these places, especially such a big corporation like Starbucks, and this happens. I'm really happy that I got that off my chest. I'm really happy that I'm able to share Kelsey's experience, and I'm really happy that I was able to call and file a complaint. I truly hope that they do something about this. Please just be mindful when you're ordering food out or when you're going through a drive-thru, because you don't know who's touching your food. And I'm even wary to get produce at the store. Currently, everything in my fridge is either frozen or it's a non-perishable item. I have not touched any of the produce in a week. I am terrified. Now, I did say I would save the best for last, and this really is pretty crazy, guys. So back in 1981, a book was released called The Eyes of Darkness. In this book, people believe that the author predicted the outbreak of the coronavirus that we're experiencing now. Here is a video from TikTok that emphasizes some of the pieces of this book. They call this stuff Wuhan 400 because it was developed in their rDNA labs outside of the city of Wuhan. And it was the 400th viable strain of man-made microorganisms created. In around 2020, a severe pneumonia-like illness will spread throughout the globe, attacking the lungs and bronchial tubes and resisting all known treatments. Almost more baffling than the illness itself will be the fact that it will suddenly vanish as quickly as it arrived, attack again years later, and then disappear completely. Many people have already dismissed this conspiracy, but I do find it odd that this is written in a book. Let me know what your thoughts are on this, because this is the most baffling of all of the conspiracy theories that I've found, and I'm actually considering buying this book because I want to read it. I want to see what this book is really about and form my own opinion, not just based off of a paragraph in a book. But I do find it very bizarre that it says in around 2020, a severe pneumonia-like illness will spread throughout the globe, attacking the lungs and the bronchial tubes. That's weird. That's really freaking weird though, okay? You gotta admit, that's pretty weird. I have no idea what to make of all these different theories. Let me know. Could this be a test to see how effective this virus is and how the masses react? Could the elites be ramping up for a bigger outbreak, a more catastrophic event? I don't know. I don't know what to think. I'm at a loss here. I'm honestly scared because I just feel like a puppet in this world and that we are being controlled and we don't even know it. That's how I've felt for a really long time. I just feel really vulnerable and not safe. And this goes far and beyond the virus. It truly does. I was talking about catastrophic events before. Who knows if those things are being controlled? Again, guys, this video is all opinion-based, theory-based, conspiracy-based. If you do not agree with something in this video, please kindly move on. I just felt compelled to share some of these theories with you guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If there's any other theories that you yourself believe in, drop a comment and let me know what you thought of this video. Make sure that you guys are giving this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Turn on those post notifications to be notified every single time I drop a video. Stay as safe as you possibly can, guys. Take precaution, and I truly hope that you guys stay safe from this coronavirus. Oh, by the way, I am wearing my sweatshirt that says humans are the worst. I thought it is pretty appropriate for this video. I'll give you guys a peek. Alright guys, I'm gonna go edit this video so I can get it up right away and share it with you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Peace out, starlings.